So, I'm running a mission as a Klingon using my bat lift, and I'm going to show you just how fast I die. You figure as a Klingon, well, the Romulans took that dude out. As a Klingon using a bat lift, you would automatically have an advantage on ground combat.
This area.
You know, you just do that. I'm hitting this guy and doing virtually no damage, and then freeze. Let's go kill this guy. Doing nothing. And I'm disabled. And I have exceptionally high combat stats on this player.
We can take a defensive position
I
in the
mean,
ruins.
this is the best ground combat player I have. And bar none, I shouldn't be dying this fast. I mean, even when I run bug hunt, this character exceeds exceptionally well. So, just I don't know. To me, STO, when a Klingon character uses his bat lift, they should automatically get a combat bonus, a significant combat bonus. And that's the thing about this game. It doesn't matter what your stats are, what weapons you use, nothing, because the moment you use something superior, the game automatically scales to that. So it negates any and all benefits, thus completely and utterly eliminating any strategic or tactical gameplay. It's just run around. I mean, tactically speaking, I should have cover, and I get shot through bushes. I get shot through what? I'll cover behind this rock here. You know, see, got shot.
Sensors indicate Herald forces inbound to this position.
Oh, I'm grabbing this loot. It's all garbage loot. It just plugs up your inventory. It's not worth anything. It's not even worth picking up, to be honest with you. Now look, here are these guys. I flanked him. Now I'm gonna hide behind this rock. Come out and I flank this guy. It really doesn't provide any benefit at all. Terrain, nothing. It's just might as well stand out in the open and shoot until you die, because whether you duck or cover, it means nothing. The game's, don't get me wrong, the game's beautiful to look at. It just, the gameplay of it is so dumbed down that it's frustrating to play, because it has nothing to it. I mean, games like Tribes from way back in the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, had superior game mechanics than this. Even, was it Planetary Agenda or whatever it was? If they could just use some of that to do this, I mean, for ground combat, it would make this game 1,000 times better. But right now, as it is, it's just moron gameplay. You know, and I don't mean that for the people that play it, I mean that for basically game design and gameplay, because you just gotta run headlong in and keep firing. Even though you have superior weapons, it means nothing. It's just run. You know, run until you can't gun anymore, and then respawn and keep doing it till you beat the level.
Damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
So you just tactically running around. Do you see that? The beam actually bent to hit me. Oh God. I gotta wait for all my guys to recharge here. Get off the ground, lazy. And the thing is, this is probably one of the boring... well, I really have to force myself to grind this. Because... where the hell are you at? Okay. the mystery shooters here, because they can bounce around, you know, come in behind you, and then when you turn to confront them, they're gone. That's the tactical. See, they have tactics and strategy and stuff, but you don't get to use anything.
Secure. Next, we must clear the path ahead.
You can't do that, because if you did do that, you'd have a penalty bonus of where you can't fire your gun for 10 seconds. So even though you snuck up on the guy and tried to shoot him, you wouldn't be able to. It's like having a cloak effect. When you decloak, you're supposed to have an advantage, but by the time you can initiate the advantage or take it, you've lost the initiative and therefore the advantage. Thus negating the whole purpose of having cloak in the first place. And that's ship combat, down on ground combat. I'm looking behind me here to see. I'm inside of a shield zone. I'm losing shield power. Oh, brilliant. Thank you for activating. I'm going to take that toy away from you. You keep activating it in the dumbest places. Come on. AI, you're supposed to be smarter than this. Here, let's run headlong into this. Flapfla! Today is... Oh shit. You guys fight and die. I'm going to go over here and just keep getting shot in the back as I run away, because the only way to get my crew to actually do anything is to run in and then run out real quick, and they'll sit there and they'll fight for a bit, and actually might kill one or two of these guys. Then this guy will just follow me around. So you're supposed to shoot these guys when you see those little circle things there. The problem is, it doesn't do any good. You gain a tactical advantage. If I didn't have to grind this mission, I wouldn't do this mission. It's just so bad. I gotta say, if they would just work on fixing the bugs and not worry about new content, and just fix the bugs, the content they have, the game would be 1,000 times better, and it would actually be something people would encourage their friends to play. As it is, you know, when I talk to people about it, it's always the same thing. It's a beautiful looking game, has absolute shitty ground mechanics. The space mechanics are fun, but it ultimately, even though you're flying in a 3D space environment, it still feels like you're on a rail shooter, because every map is the same. And it's the same enemies, same waves, no variation. And once you get the basics down, you just know how to run through the map. And, you know, again, you don't get any tactical advantage, because your weapons, no matter how beefed up they are, still don't mean anything. So you can basically just play around. You know, try different weapons to look at different, you know, colors, and that's about it. The guns all pretty much do the same amount of damage. The beams, torpedoes, plasma, tetrion, anti-proton, phasers. They're just different beams, but they all do the same thing. Same amount of damage.
There is a camp near the power station.
And there are people out there that's like, oh, that's not true. You don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, yeah, I do. I played the game long enough, and I study the stats, and you know, you got these guys that are DPS whores, and those guys are all about getting into a game and doing as max amount of damage as they can. But again, you know, it really doesn't matter, because even with their max amount of damage, they're not doing any more damage than somebody flying around with just a shuttle and a single level 1 phaser beam array. And I've proven that. I proved that. I mean, I was flying a shuttle mission in the Romulan saga, in the Romulan, I guess, series, and I got sucked into a PvE game, and I flew the entire PvE game. It was when you attack that big Vatha ship, and you have to fly inside of it and blow its reactors up. And I was doing just as good with a shuttle with a single beam as everybody else was doing, with ships and thousands and thousands, well, thousands and thousands with, you know, thousands with
I
the
think
DPS.
we can take it from here.
I was doing the same. I was taking out ships, you know, doing everything they were doing, just as well. In fact, just to prove that, I took all my beams off of my ship, my Federation character ship, and I had one single beam on it, a simple level 5 phaser, and I went through a PvE match. I think it was ISIS, or ICE, or whatever. It was a infected space, one of the infected space ones, with the portals. You have to attack the portal, take out the portal, and not let the probe droids repair the portal, or you lose. One beam, you know, on the ship ahead, and did just fine. You know, did just as much damage as I would if I had all, you know, 8 beams firing, because it's a beam boat, and if I had all 8 beams firing.
Reinforcements are on their way.
So that proved to me that tactics and on the ground combat, tactics and strategies means nothing.
There's a gateway opening to the
You know,
north.
you should be able to lay an ambush when they step out. You should be able to hit them and then duck back in, hit them and duck back in, and you know. But what happens is they just the beam will actually follow you. If I get this guy to shoot me, will actually follow me around this corner. Well, will follow me around this, especially on bug hunt. Damn it. In bug hunt, the thing shoots at you, and you move out of the way, and it's like all of a sudden your character's like stuck in place, and you can't move, and there's no reason for it, and you get hit with a plasma beam. And it's like, oh, come on. You don't have to cheat the game. So, see? I should not have been froze right there. I should have been able to move back. I wasn't being held, now I'm incapacitated. I should have been able to evade that guy. 'Cause when some dude runs at you with a big-ass hammer and holds it over his head like a dumbass, you know, you run up and you kick him in the nuts. Tactical advantage. Shoot him in the face. Stunning. You know, I don't care what kind of creature you are. You shoot him in the kneecaps when he's standing there with a big-ass hammer, he's going down. Oh, great. I'm getting tired of you playing with this. It's not a toy. Stop using it as such. It doesn't do us any good. I swear to God, it's worse than a noob. And another thing is, what the hell is the direction on this planet? North, northeast? It's like, this is an alien world. How do we know what north is? I mean, it's like, face to your left, and there you go, that's north. Okay, well, it's funny, there's like portal opening to the southeast. What the fuck? What direction's southeast?
Herald,
Look at your
inbound
compass.
from the southeast.
See? So that's southeast now, when it was north. If it wasn't so laughable, I'd be beating my head against my keyboard. I want this game uninstalled. No, it is absolutely a beautiful game to look at, and it has so much depth as far as visuals go, that alone, even with all the bad gameplay, makes the game, you know, one of those games you just enjoy playing. Granted, the bugs, the glitchy gameplay, the crappy mechanics here in combat, you know, it all works against the game, but overall it has so much other positive things that even with the negative, and granted it's pretty close, I mean, it's kind of hard to say if the negative outweigh the positives, but it is just a beautiful game to look at. It really is, and in my opinion that really negates a lot of the negative stuff that you see in the game.
The ruins are ours.
Yay, the ruins are yours. Yay. What good is it? They can bomb you from orbit. They can run rocks in your world. See, that's an Iconian. Now, this race was destroyed 10,000 years before by a coalition of other races. My question is, what happened to all those other races that wiped out the Iconians? That's just a simple question, you know, no big deal. I love the storyline. It's good sci-fi. But it's kind of like, you know, the Vague Voth or whatever they were that attacked Coruscant in the Star Wars Beyond books. It's just at that point you're like, what the hell are they talking about?
New Romulus is reporting heavy casualties. What happened down there?
And that would be Tom Paris telling me that New Romulus is suffering heavy casualties. Look at this. Look at the detail they put into this stuff. It's just beautiful.
Sensors
Look at that
picking up
lava
some
down there.
unusual power emanations from the surface.
Well, yeah.
Careful.
I think we're under attack, Tom. That's kind of classifies as unusual power things. Come on, shoot these purple dudes. They're little blue laser water pistol things. Why are y'all following me? Damn it. Stop it. I'm Klingon. I'm not a target. Birdie. Yeah. Oh, you cheater. Fix me. I love the Gorn. I love Gorn. I love so much of the characters they got in this game are pretty neat looking. I love the weapons. The ships are really well done. A lot of the set pieces are exceptionally done. The details, look at that. I mean, look at the detail. They bent pipes and everything got light up over us. Got nice shadows. And the visual effects are just stunning to look at. One of their featured episodes from a couple of months back allowed where the floor was electrified and the current that was running across the floor was just I stood there and was mesmerized by it because it would just look so beautiful. You know, like as a gamer, you see stuff like that and it's like really awesome. And then to think, you know, as a 3D developer or whatever, it's like the amount of talent that goes into that is just hats off to those guys. This is just some beautiful work they do here. I just wish the gameplay was more, the mechanics mainly. The gameplay's fine, I guess, if they would address the mechanics issue. The gameplay, because right now, in order to use, as far as mechanics, you see on my hotbar there, I have 2 bars. Right now, I can hit my number keys and use the lower bar, but in order to use the upper bar, I have to physically take my hand off of my mouse and hit control and then hit my keys. You just can't hit control, you know, you lose. Like if I'm trying to move, I have to take my hand off, hit control, and I can't use the mouse to hit the buttons, so I have to do it manually. So it'll be control, say, number 5, control 5. Which, ironically, sometimes it doesn't do it. Yeah, I'm hitting control 5 and it's doing revive. Oh, for crying out loud. Come on. There we go. That's what I wanted. Sometimes they don't do what you want them to do. And that's another really frustrating thing. It's a bug, actually, in the game.
Your presence defiles
Look at that.
this sacred space. Heralds to aid
Well, it looks like a wrecked room to me.
these insects.
Okay, and I love how they speak English. I guess English is truly the universal language. It has to be. Now this guy's a bitch to kill. Straight up. He's an absolute bugger. Come on. Stop it. Give me my scope, you bastard. There you go. Ah, I'm discapacitated. Son of a bitch. Oh, I don't want the bat lift. We know that's useless, and there's no really other game. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let's see what we got for weapons. We've got this thing. Eh, why not? It's about as powerful as anything else. Z. Hey.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Okay, I'm about to die again.
Making damage detected.
I like these heralds, their asses. See, I'm getting hell.
Personal shield losing power.
Now, I would use some of my hotbar features, but to be honest with you, like if I hit number 6 here, it completely misses. Because I have to take my hand off the mouse to fire it, and when you do that, of course, your mouse turns or the character moves, and thus your aim is, you know, thrown off. It doesn't work anymore. So, again, the controls suck. absolutely are abysmal. Excuse me. A little bit of a meltdown, intimate burp there. I'm just getting rid of stuff that's on my hotbar while I think here it's what I want to do. Alright, what's this guy got for DPS? We'll play with this one now. Phaser didn't work for us, we'll try this one. Let's go see what happens with this rifle. Charge! Bonsai! Kill this thing. Kill that demon. He is a demon.
Shield losing power.
Now I'm hitting my zoom key. There it goes. Or you have a bad keyboard. I have a Corsair K95. No, it's not a bad keyboard. Unless it's a bad Corsair keyboard. Which is possible. But usually what happens with the Corsair keyboard is the finish wears off on the keys after a couple of weeks. Which makes it really annoying because the keyboard itself is, you know, $120 on average. I feel bad because my friend went out and got the new RGB one, and already the key finishes wore off on him. He is not a happy camper. I warned him. Yeah. Look at that pretty Gorn. He's a pretty Gorn. Aren't you pretty Gorn? Yeah. Pretty Gorn. I thought Gorns were kind of cool. I was really glad that they implemented them quite effectively in this game. And they're different sizes too. You got big Gorns, small Gorns, thick Gorns, not so thick Gorns, tall Gorns, small, you know, short Gorns. You got Gorns galore. I also got Romulans and Klingons. They did a really nice job with character modeling for the game here. And again, look at the way the details they've got going on in here. I mean, right now there's supposed to be, you know, a battle zone, but yeah, it's just nice. I really like it. I like how they do a lot of this stuff. Good Gorn. And we wait for the Gorn again. Make it Tho. He's a fan of Picard. I studied Picard at the Klingon War College. Wow, well, that was a wasted course.
I'm a little busy here. What do you need? Acknowledged.
Oh yeah, an Orion. I like the Orions. Now we get to go back to a TOS reference here. The Preservers. And that's another thing I got to say that STO does really well, is it incorporates all the genres of Star Trek, from TOS, from Enterprise, the TNG, not so much with the JJ verse, but you know, overall, that's a preserver. You know, you guys can play through the game.
I am not programmed for this line of inquiry. Would you like me to wake one of my creators?
Well, hell yes.
And ask her all the questions you wish.
Now, she says her. I want you to tell me what you think is going on here. See, that you can tell that's a her. I mean, you'd have to be blind not to see that that's definitely a her. Does this look like a her to you? Well, maybe. Hold on.
Greetings, my child.
That is one ugly ass her, if I've ever seen one.
Ah, the Iconian. Hold. I see.
Okay, now we got Iconians coming in, and they want to hurt people. That big ass dude pisses me off. He just refuses to die. He just does. I mean, I'm shooting him with my purple spoo gun. Oh, hey, don't you sneak up on me. What the hell, dude? What a douchebag move. Oh. Ah. Critters. Get off the dirt. Come on, we got some butt to kick. Let's go kick this guy's ass first. Wow, he's got that pretty little purple, blue, black beam I like. Stop shooting at me. Aha, I wasn't there. I'm over here. Stop. Oh, that was friendly fire, if I've ever seen friendly fire. Where the purple guys at? You, go do something worth something. Go use your mental abilities and die already. This is more or less a timed mission, so if you just kill a couple of guys and kind of run around, you only have to face one wave, and then if you're lucky, only one wave. Ow! That hurt. I guess 2 waves. It just depends. I've done it with 1 wave. I've done it with 5 waves. I believe it's the most I've ever done. See, shot right through the shoot. I forgot what these things are called. Darn it. Another thing video games do is it makes you stupid. Stalactite. I got shot through the stalactite. Now these beings are super powerful, you know, advanced races, yet here we are doing ground combat. So they literally, in order to fight, had to dumb themselves down to the lowest common denominator. Okay, never run into one of those guys because they explode. If they did, they had to dumb themselves down because they could just appear, ow, they can just appear and cut you in half. I mean, really. They've got guns and they're running around shooting you. I guess no matter how advanced you are, it always boils down to one simple thing. Troops on the ground. Hey. Whoops, you almost got shot there. Don't you be jumping in front of a guy with a gun. Alright, 2 waves that time. Oh, hello.
That your death will bring me no pleasure, ancient one.
Okay.
Make a different choice, my daughter.
If she's your daughter, dude. Okay. If you really want to know something, I guess you can watch get all the dialogue and everything else, but you ever seen Babylon 5? The Iconians here look like, honestly, the shadows from Babylon 5. Seriously, they do. They're the shadows from Babylon 5. Go Google shadows, Babylon 5. And granted, the shadows are more 4-legged Tholian, but look at their faces and their eyes. Dead ringers. And I'm not saying the STO stole it. If they did anything, it's an homage to Babylon 5. To be honest with you, they do a lot of nice homages to a lot of sci-fi shows in this, and that's another thing that's a big plus with STO.
We're in orbit, and we're not alone.
Well,
the rest of the fleet is about 2 minutes
okay,
out, but the
he's
Heralds
on a
are here,
galaxy
and they do
bridge,
not
but
look
when you
happy.
see his ship, you're
If
gonna
you're done
laugh.
down there,
It's like this little boxy thing with, I don't know. He talks to me. It's really funny. The dialogue with Paris is that he talks to you like you're flying a
they are not
fighter
kidding
ship.
around. Raise your shields. We need to hold out until the rest of the fleet arrives.
Okay, I'm a vice admiral, or in this case, a Klingon general. I'm pretty sure I know at this point that I should raise my shields when I'm about to go and confront an enemy. I don't need you to tell me
More
this.
Herald ships on an intercept course.
And see his little ship there. It's funky looking. Not bad looking ship. Alright, let's go ahead and call in reinforcements. Let's beef up our weapons here. Do this. You know, these are things that should automatically be done in the game, but I guess they leave them for manual,
These guys just won't give up.
so that people feel like they're commanding their ships. You know, it's kind of lame. Again, these can be done with hotkeys, but some guys they don't even use the keyboard. They use the mouse, like I'm doing right now, to control their ship. Those guys are true diehards.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Well, fire already, come on. My favorite attack is to swoop in, hit them
1 minute out.
up close and personal, and then try to get out of the way to set up another run. So I want all forward weapons to fire, and then I want my aft weapons to fire while my forward weapons recharge. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a real fan of the cannons in these ships. On any ship, to be honest with you. I think beam weapons or beam bows are probably the best, but I did do a torpedo build once. That was an abysmal failure. Although it did a lot of DPS damage when the torpedoes, but what happened is they nerfed the game, so only one torpedo fires,
Watch your
and
back.
then the amount of damage that the one torpedo, say more than one torpedo does fire, like in spread fire, the damage done with the spread fire, like those two torpedoes, they do the same damage. It's combined. So I can fire 1,000 torpedoes, but they would still only do the damage of 1,000
And the
torpedoes
cavalry
of a
arrives
single
just in the
torpedo.
nick of time. Let's show these heralds what we can do.
Remember there, I thought I said, let's show these Harrys what we can do. Yeah, I'll take it, whatever it is. Probably a shielded, yeah. It's a scam box. I call those scam boxes because it costs $1.25 real money to open them, and there's seldom anything of value in them. Let's go pick a fight with these guys. Hello! I got a beam with your name on it.
Four shields failing.
And there we go. Hey, I'm flying. Okay, another thing I really dislike is sometimes when I use some of my better moves and stuff, and they're instantly negated by things like that. Look, I'm flying. Woohoo! At this point, if I didn't have an initial things, everybody on my ship would pretty much be goo. Ow. And here's the cavalry. No, this is the bad guy. Look at that, isn't that a nice looking ship?
We'll hold the herald forces here.
I'm probably gonna blow up here in a
Engage that
second,
dreadnought
guys. There
before
we
you
go.
power up its weapon.
See if I can take out one of these ships with my core bridges. No damage to it.
Partial shields have failed.
Medic! Medic! Sometimes I just like to hang back and watch the fight. Check that explosion out. Like I said, the visuals in this game are quite stunning. Occasionally you hear a popping sound. That's a compression issue with the audio. The game is compressing audio in order to cut down on the bandwidth, and unfortunately when it decompresses the audio, you end up with popping and audio destabilizing or distortion effects, which is again audio popping and crackling sounds. It's a bad compression with audio. They can fix it, but yeah, I'm firing on this guy really doesn't do us any good. But they don't. So again, if they just focus on fixing the bugs and addressing the content and fixing the ground battle mechanics, I think the game would get a breath of fresh air, and a lot of the older players would come back to it and be willing to spend real money to open the scam boxes and, you know, buy things. So you have to buy everything in this game. It's free to play, but still, if you want anything of value, you pretty much gotta buy it. Alright, see a cutie, Klingon. Probably cut my head off. The woman, get in the galley and make me gach. Kapla! Chink! Thud. There's your gach. Ouch. Alright, where are we at? We're on a green grid. That's my brain ship. It goes fast. It's a bit of a paper tiger. The brain ships were one of those unusual designs that you saw in Deep Space Nine, and they were listed as a pretty formidable ship. But in reality, they're not that tough. They're not that big. They're long, but you know, they're not that. They're actually very short ships. Or short. Yeah, I guess short would be it. They're not as tall as a Nova, which is like 8 decks. I think that these things are only like 16 decks. They're a little bit taller than Nova. Alright, let's see what we got here for goodies. Come on. Again, this is one of those grindy missions. You gotta grind it for, no. This one. There we go. Gotta grind it. Virtually no dilithium ore. It's not worth dilithium ore. Okay. Now, it's a 3-part series. I've already got one of the beams. I go with the torpedo, but I'm gonna go with the console instead, because I don't know how long it's... Come on. I want the console. Hail KDF.
Although this is a dark day, you have served admirably. The loss of the archive is regrettable, but the preservers are not the only casualties this day.
No,
There will
duh.
be more death before this war ends. But those of us who survive will be stronger. The Iconians think they can win this war. They think we are weak. They are wrong. We will fight, and if need be, we will die. But we will fight until our last breaths.
Okay, I don't know if I should laugh at that or not, because that's like, good voice acting, but man, the dialogue sucked. We're gonna fight. We're gonna win unless we die. And then we're dead. We're gonna keep fighting until we are dead. Woohoo! Yeah, go Klingon. Anyways, that was my sort of playthrough of whatever mission that is. It's one of the featured episodes. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.